Emperor is the newest addition to Seaworld San Diego. This new for 2022 B&M small scale dive coaster was a perfect match for the park. In today's video, I'll be comparing this coaster to California's other dive coaster, Hangtime, a Xcelerating Coaster. Whether you consider Hangtime a dive coaster or not, for the sake of today's video, it counts as one because that's how Knott's advertised it and similar elements it has to existing dive coasters. When you walk up, the first thing you'll notice is the theming, or more so the lack thereof. While neither of these coasters go above and beyond in this category, these coasters still have their moments. Emperor is supposed to simulate the majestic dive of an emperor penguin, and one cool thing to note is that Seaworld San Diego is home to the only emperor penguins in North America, and while the concept may hold strong, there is no attempt at theming. There are a few signs present in the queue line containing facts about emperor penguins, and the entrance sign looks really cool, but that's really about it. Additionally, there is no roof over the station. A lot of people like to make fun of Emperor for that, and I agree it does suck, but I'm not too bothered by it, and I guess we'll have to wait for a hot summer day to see if my opinion changes. One last thing is that Emperor sits on a plot of dirt that used to be part of a parking lot. I do not understand why Seaworld didn't take the time and money to put in a couple snowcaps or icebergs. I don't think it would have been too hard or costly, and I think it would have greatly benefited the ride experience and visuals. Hangtime is slightly better in this department and is themed to a boardwalk beach. The color palette of this ride has been show the colors of the beach, the blue dark shows the water, and the tan sport shows the sand, and looks really nice along the boardwalk area. Also, the name Hangtime is a play on words and shows the sensation of being suspended in midair. The queue line is a cattle pen, so it doesn't provide much there, but the switchbacks are in the middle of the coaster, so you can watch it run around, which is nice. One unique design of the trains is that Hangtime's headboards are the shape of surfboards, which plays into the beachy theme. To me, it's pretty clear that both these coasters lack in this category, but Hangtime does have the slight edge over Emperor. Then you aboard your train. Emperor seats 3 rows of 6 and uses the floorless train seen on other B&M dive coasters. These floorless trains add to the coaster quite a bit and play into the fear of heights a lot more, especially on the holding break. Generally, I enjoy the front row more, and the edge seats add that extra bit of vulnerability. One thing to note is that Emperor uses vector trains, which can be very restricting and ruin some of the ride's forces. On the other hand, Hangtime seats 4 rows of 4 and has only lap bars with seatbelts. These lap bars do tighten down quite a bit, but they are relatively easy to hold up. The seatbelts are also not usually very tight. Both of these trains are very comfortable to sit in, however even with a floorless element on Emperor, I still like Hangtime's trains much more due to the fact that it has just a comfortable lap bar, which allows you to experience the Hangtime and Airtime to a greater extent. Then you'll extend the lift hill. Emperor has a super fast lift hill. This chain lift feels like a cable lift that you see in either a 5 or Sky Rush. It zips you up to the scenic turnaround very fast. This helps add to the operations as Emperor does not include a mid-board course brake run. And on the other hand, Hangtime has a vertical lift and it gives you the feeling that you're going to slip out of your seat. In terms of these chain lifts, I like Hangtime's way more just because it builds the anticipation as you stare up in the sky and watch the train slowly move up. One more thing to mention is Emperor has a nice view of the turnaround before the drop. You can see a great view of Mission Bay and the city of San Diego in the distance, which then becomes a view of the ocean as you navigate the turnaround. While Hangtime gives you a nice view of Xcelerator and the surrounding suburban area, it is no match to the view on Emperor. Now to the signature element of dive coasters, the first drop. Both Emperor and Hangtime had different holding breaks. Emperor holds you right over the edge and has you staring at the ground before dropping you at a 90-degree angle. Hangtime allows your train to creep forward on the slope and then drops you at a 96-degree angle. One thing to note is that Hangtime's holding break is much longer than Emperor's, so you'll be there for a solid few seconds. In terms of forces, Emperor feels like a floaty fall to the ground in the front, while the back gives a slightly more powerful jolt. Hangtime instead has a nice ejector over Airtime over the beyond vertical drop, especially in the back row. After the first drop, Emperor goes through a decently forceful pullout and transitions into an immelman. This inversion is not super whippy, but gives riders a nice bit of hang time. The ride then goes through an overbank, which does nothing, and then into a 0G roll. This inversion has the best whip on the ride and gives a nice foot chopper on the right side of the train. The ride then navigates another turn and a corkscrew. This corkscrew does not give as much whip as the previous inversion, but has good foot choppers with the support beams. The coaster then turns back in the station, which ends the ride. Hangtime, on the other hand, has 5 inversions and some good hangtime and airtime. The first inversion is quite weak and offers weak lateral forces. The next inversion, however, offers great hangtime, but no lateral Gs. The next 2 elements in the corkscrew and overbank are weak and offer weak hangtime. But then you head into the best part of the ride, the speed hill. This speed hill delivers a great semi-sustained pop-up ejector airtime, which is accentuated by the head chopper with a support beam. You then travel through a cobra roll. This element is slightly better than the previous ones, but only gives light lateral forces and hangtime. The ride then pops in the brake run, giving a quick pop of ejector. A quick note is I've heard people say hangtime was getting a bit rough, but I found it to be on the smoother side. Both of these coasters do not contain a mid-course brake run, and are only around 30 seconds from drop to brakes. But due to the fact that Hangtime has a couple more elements, it feels much more like a complete ride than Emperor and has the upper hand when it comes to the layout. Now, if it was not already clear that Hangtime is a better quote-unquote dive coaster, Hangtime gives a significantly better night ride. The light package done by KCL Engineering looks amazing and mesmerizing to watch. As the coaster trains track the layout, the lights go with it, and it creates a fun and unique light show to watch. You can see it from all over the park, and I can tell you, I find myself in Silver Bullet's line watching Hangtime go around the track, and I was definitely memorized. Emperor's Night Ride is just average. On the scenic turnaround, you can see a view of the lit up suburban area in the city of San Diego in the distance, but that's pretty much it. You do have some disorienting moments with the inversions in the dark, but it's not enough to make you ask what just happened. If you get a ride while the fireworks are going, it enhances the experience a little bit, but not nearly enough to make it a better night ride than Hangtime. Now to wrap things up, I would like to say Emperor was a perfect fit to SeaWorld San Diego, and I really appreciate this new addition at my home park. It is definitely worth checking out if you are interested in Southern California. All in all, Hangtime is a much more complete coaster than Emperor. The 2 more inversions that Hangtime has really does add to the ride. Hangtime also has the much better forces with 3 airtime moments compared with Emperor's singular moment. Both of them are really fun, smooth, and quick rides, but I would have to say when it comes to California's best dive coaster, Hangtime definitely wins it. With that said, thank you for watching the video. If you could give me feedback in the comments, I would love that, as this is my first real video on this channel, and always make sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.